Have you ever felt hurt by something that, in other people's eyes, seemed like a small thing? A badly spoken word, a message left unread, a lack of respect that you keep replaying in your mind. And the more you think about it, the smaller you feel, more insecure, more fragile. If you're going through this, know that you're not alone. I've been there too. I know what it means to let other people's judgment ruin an entire day. I know what it means to be afraid of making mistakes, of not being enough, of feeling alone even when you're surrounded by people. For a long time, I tried to change what was happening outside. The people, the situations, the past. Then I understood something that deeply changed me. Real strength doesn't come from controlling the world around you. It comes from learning to control what happens inside you. And this is exactly where Stoicism can help you. Not as a distant theory or complicated philosophy, but as a practical guide for everyday life. When someone disappoints you, when something goes wrong, when fear blocks you. In this video, I want to share with you 7 deep Stoic meditations, little-known ones, that can help you become more resilient, more clear-minded, more wise. Not to avoid pain, but to stop being controlled by it. The first meditation is this: training yourself not to react immediately. It sounds simple, but almost no one can really do it, because as soon as something hurts you, you react. Instantly. No space. No breath. Someone disrespects you, and anger immediately rises inside you. Someone doesn't reply to your message, and your mind starts creating scenarios. You make a small mistake, maybe at work or in front of others, and for hours you keep replaying it in your head as if it were a sentence. The Stoics called this moment the first impression. That first emotion that arrives without asking permission. You can't stop it from coming, but you can decide what to do after. And that's where your strength is born. This meditation is exactly this: creating space between what happens and your response. When something hits you, instead of reacting immediately, pause. Even just for a few seconds. Inside yourself ask, is this really hurting me? Or is it the meaning I'm giving it that is hurting me? It's a powerful question, because often you don't suffer because of what happens. You suffer because of the story you build on top of it. A coworker who doesn't greet you and you think they're mad at you. A friend who cancels a plan and you feel left out. A criticism that hits you and you immediately think you're not good enough. But maybe none of that is even true. The practice is very concrete. For one full day, choose to delay every emotional reaction by 10 seconds. If something annoys you, don't reply immediately. Don't send that message right away. Don't defend yourself instantly. Count slowly to 10 and observe what happens inside you. You'll notice the emotion changes, it weakens, it loses power, and you stop being its slave. This small space is your freedom, because resilience doesn't mean not feeling anger, fear, or disappointment. It means not letting them decide for you. The more you practice this pause, the more stable you become, the harder you are to hurt. And slowly, you understand something that changes everything. It's not what happens that controls you. It's how fast you choose to react. Before continuing, remember to subscribe to the channel and comment meditation if you want to stay stoic and not miss any videos. The second meditation is this: imagining in advance what could go wrong before it actually happens. At first, it sounds like a way to become more anxious, but for the Stoics, it was the opposite. It was a way to take power away from fear, because often you don't suffer from the real problem. You suffer because you weren't prepared. You expect everything to go well, then one unexpected event, and you feel lost. A message that doesn't arrive, a plan that falls apart, someone who suddenly changes attitude, and immediately you feel instability, as if the ground is gone under your feet. The Stoics did a simple exercise. For a few minutes a day, they sat and calmly thought about what could go wrong, not to get scared, but to prepare. They would say, today someone might criticize me. I might be misunderstood. I might lose something. I might not get what I want. I might be disappointed. And so, when it actually happened, they didn't collapse. This meditation is this: in the morning, before starting your day, close your eyes and ask, what is the thing that could challenge me today? Maybe a difficult conversation, maybe a delay, maybe a disappointment. Maybe that moment when someone won't give you the respect you expected. Then imagine yourself facing it calmly, breathing, staying clear-minded, without losing control. This is very practical. Before leaving the house, spend 2 minutes visualizing a small obstacle of your day. Imagine traffic making you late, someone replying harshly, something not going according to plan. And then imagine your new response: relaxed shoulders, steady mind, calm voice. This changes everything, because when the problem actually arrives, it doesn't catch you unprepared. A part of you has already met it. It recognizes it, and it doesn't get overwhelmed. Resilience doesn't come when life becomes easy. It comes when you stop demanding everything to go your way and start training yourself to face what you cannot control. The third meditation is this: looking at your life from above. When you are inside a problem, everything feels huge. A discussion feels like the end of a relationship. A mistake feels like proof that you are not enough. A bad day convinces you that everything is going wrong. It's like getting too close to a mirror. You only see the flaw. You lose the whole picture. The Stoics used a powerful meditation to escape this trap. They closed their eyes and imagined moving away, first from the room, then from the house, then from the city, higher and higher, until their life became just a small point inside something much larger. And that's where something happens. What was crushing you suddenly becomes smaller. That sentence someone told you, that message you're waiting for, that fear of embarrassing yourself, everything looks smaller. Not because it doesn't matter, but because it stops occupying your entire mind. The meditation is simple. When you feel a thought consuming you, pause for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine going higher and higher. Look at yourself from outside. Look at your day, then your week, then your entire life, and ask, will this moment really have the same weight in a year? Most of the time, the answer is no. The practice today is to do this every time something irritates or hurts you. Don't get pulled into the vortex. Step back in your mind. Look at everything from above. You'll realize that many problems don't disappear, but they stop controlling you. Because wisdom is not always solving everything. It's remembering that not everything deserves your weight. Not everything deserves your peace. The fourth meditation is this: stop asking why it happened and start asking what it can be used for. It's a small change in words, but huge inside you. Because when something hurts you, your mind immediately asks, why me? Why did that person treat me like that? Why did it go wrong? Why did I lose this chance? Why wasn't I enough? And the more you repeat, why, the more you get stuck. The Stoics knew this well. Some answers will never come. Some disappointments will never have clear explanations. Some behaviors will remain incomprehensible. If you wait to understand everything in order to feel better, you will stay stuck too long. That's why they used a different meditation. Every time something went wrong, they stopped and asked, how can I use this? Not, why did this happen to me? But what can this teach me? A criticism can teach you not to depend on approval. A rejection can strengthen your sense of value. A disappointment can show you who is really in front of you. Even a bad day can teach patience. The meditation is this: think of something that is weighing on you today. Something that made you angry, hurt, or doubt yourself. Hold it in front of you without avoiding it. Then change the question. Ask slowly, if this situation were training, what is it trying to teach me? Maybe it's teaching boundaries, maybe letting go, maybe becoming less dependent on what you can't control. The practice is simple. At the end of the day, write down one difficulty you experienced, even a small one. Then write one sentence: today this trained me to. You'll see something change. Pain doesn't disappear immediately, but it stops being just pain. It becomes material. It becomes strength. Because a resilient person is not someone who avoids difficulties. It's someone who transforms them into something that makes them stronger. The fifth meditation is this: making peace with the idea of not being understood by everyone. A lot of suffering comes from there. From the silent need for others to understand your intentions. Recognize your value. See how much effort you're putting in. When you do something with your heart and no one notices. When you explain yourself and are misunderstood. When you give your best and still get judged. It hurts. Because part of you keeps thinking, If only they really understood me. But the Stoics understood something difficult to accept. You cannot control the image others have of you. You can be sincere and seem cold. You can be kind and seem weak. You can do good and receive nothing back. And fighting this consumes you. The meditation is this. Sit for a moment and think of a situation where you felt misunderstood. A conversation, a gesture, a decision, judged without knowing the full story. Let that discomfort rise. Then ask, am I seeking peace or approval? Because often you don't suffer because of what happened. You suffer because you want to fix how others see you. You want to be understood. You want to be recognized. You want them to get it. But that won't always happen. The practice today is simple. For once, don't over-explain. Don't try to fix every misunderstanding. If you acted with honesty, let that be enough. Let someone misunderstand you without chasing them. It's hard, but incredibly freeing. Because when you stop depending on others' perception, you recover a huge amount of energy. And you realize something important. Your peace cannot depend on everyone seeing you correctly. Sometimes wisdom is staying calm, even inside misunderstanding. The sixth meditation is this, remembering that not everything you feel is true. Sometimes you wake up and feel a weight on your chest for no clear reason. You feel insecure, behind, less than others. And without realizing it, you start believing that what you feel is reality. If you feel worthless, you think you are. If you feel rejected, you think no one cares. If you feel fragile, you think you won't make it. But the Stoics always created distance between what they felt and what they chose to believe. Because an emotion is real, yes, but not always a fact. Feeling fear doesn't mean you are in danger. Feeling worthless doesn't mean it's true. Feeling lonely doesn't mean you are alone. The meditation is this. When a heavy emotion arrives, don't say, I am this. Change the phrase. Say, right now, I am feeling this. Not I am insecure, but I am feeling insecurity. Not I am a failure, but I am feeling fear of failure. It seems like a small difference, but it changes everything. Because you stop identifying with what you feel. The practice is simple. Every time a negative thought enters your mind, name it, like observing it from outside. This is fear. This is anger. This is shame. Just that. No fighting, no judging, no escaping. Let it pass like a cloud in the sky. The more you do this, the more you realize something fundamental. You are not every thought that crosses your mind. You are not every emotion you feel. You are what remains, even after the storm passes. And that's where real stability begins. When you stop believing everything your mind whispers in your darkest moments. The seventh meditation is this, training yourself not to postpone your life until everything is perfect, because this is a silent trap. You tell yourself, I'll be calm when I have more money. I'll be confident when I have more experience. I'll be happy when others respect me more. I'll be myself when life settles. And meanwhile, you keep waiting. The Stoics had a different view, harder but more liberating. The right moment never comes. You create it. Because if you wait for perfect conditions, you will always live behind your own life. The meditation is this. Look at your day and ask yourself something simple but uncomfortable. What am I postponing that I could start imperfectly today? Maybe a difficult conversation. Maybe a habit you know would help you. Maybe setting a boundary. Maybe simply saying what you think without overthinking it. The practice is concrete. Choose one action today that you've been postponing for too long. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to fix everything. It just needs to start. Do it badly if you must, but do it. Because every time you delay, you reinforce the idea that you're not ready. Every time you act, even in small ways, you prove the opposite. And the Stoics knew this well. Life doesn't improve by waiting for more certainty. It improves by acting within uncertainty. And maybe this is the most important meditation of all. Because in the end, what you lack is not time. It's the moment when you decide to stop waiting.